Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss about target hardware debugging and boundary scan. First we'll see about target hardware debugging. So even though the firmware is bug free and everything is correctly set on the board, sometimes embedded systems will not function properly. There are multiple number of hardware related issues like dry soldering of components, misplacement of components, and misconnection between the components, and any unnoticed error in the PCB design layout, and any signal corruption due to noise. So all these may be the reason for that. So what we can do for this means there are various hardware debugging tools. With that we can identify and rectify that errors. First one, magnifying glass. Magnifying glass is a powerful visual inspection tool. So with this we can thoroughly check the target boards for the dry soldering of components, misplacement of components or misconnections of the components, or any crack in the target board, or any signal misconnection in the board. Everything can be identified and rectified using this magnifying glass. Then multimeter is used for measuring various electrical signals like voltage and current, both AC and DC. Then the various quantities like resistance, capacitance, transistors checking, and continuity checking also can be done using this. And cathode and anode identification of a diode also can be done using this multimeter. Next we have digital CRO. Digital CRO is the more sophisticated device when compared with the multimeter. This is used for capturing and analyzing the various waveforms, and also by using this we can find the signal strength. There are two types of CROs, digital CROs and analog CROs. Logic analyzer. Logic analyzer is called as big brother of digital CRO. This is used for capturing digital data from the digital circuitry board. This logic analyzer is having a special pins, a special chips which can be connected with the target boards for receiving the digital data from the target board. And logic analyzer in the debugging technology, it is used for giving the port pin status and input port pin, in the sense input pins and output pins, and it gives details about various signals of buses of target board. Then function generator. Function generator, these are not debugging tools, these are used for generating input signals. So by using this function generator, we can produce various periodic waveforms like sine wave, square wave, and sawtooth wave. And with the different frequencies and with different amplitudes we can generate the waveforms. Next one is boundary scan. See, as the complexity of embedded system increases, the number of chips to be used is also increased. So but in the PCB board, the packages should be minimized and the number of chips should be increased. So for that only the only way is increasing the number of layers. So with the miniature of packages and with the multiple of layers, checking the connections between each chips, it's very difficult with the multimeter and previous techniques, logic analyzer, magnifying glasses. So we will go for the boundary scan technique. So boundary scan is a technique used for test the interconnection among the various chips, which supports JTAG interface present in the board. So in JTAG there are 5 signals, namely TDI, TDO, GCK, TRST and TMS. TDI is test data input, test data output, test clock, test reset, and test mode select. All these are forming the tab, test access port for JTAG supported chip. And every device which are on the board will be having this tab, test access point. And the PCB also contains tab. This is for connecting the JTAG signal lines with the outside world, means external world. And we'll see how the boundary scan path is formed inside the board by interconnecting the devices through JTAG channels. So for example, in this we have PCB board, we have, and also we have 3 devices. device 1, device 2, device 3. See, as I said, in all the devices we will be having all the 5 signals: TDI, TDO, clock signal and reset signal, and test mode select. You can see the PCB, the TDI pin from the PCB board is connected with the TDI pin of device 1. Then in the same device we have TDO, test device output. The TDO pin is connected with the TDI pin of second device. Then in the same device 2 we have TDO. That TDO will be connected with the device 3, TDI pin of device 3. Then the last device TDO pin will be connected with the PCB board's TDO pin. Then in all the devices we have clock signal and reset signal. So all the clock signals and all the clock pin and reset pin of all the devices will be connected with PCB board's clock pin and reset pin. So this is how the boundary scan path is formed inside the target board. Thank you.